A month ago I went about using statistics that I've gathered throughout this challenge to see if that was the best way to move forward with my reselling business, and now I'm here to find out how it went. Well, let's have a look then, shall we? As you can see, we bought 11 items for a total of £19.97, and within the month we've sold only 3 of those items for a total of £76.95. Not a great sales rate, but decent value. Those Montaigne trousers are a bit of an outlier really. After fees and postage for those items, that still gives us a profit of £45.69 on the entire trip, with 8 items still to sell. I'd say that was pretty successful if you ask me, and all of that success came from the recycling shop.
So I thought I'd do another round of recycling shops because why not? Starting with Batley.
Scarper, 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 I never scarper away from you. Got these women's walking boots for £5. Surely we'll see £30 back on these at least. Also saw this pair of June London leather boots and thought they were worth a punt at £2. These were a bit funky and retro looking. On research, they seemed to be some sort of Russian tracksuit bottoms. There was only one sold of a full tracksuit, which was decent, but I decided to leave them in the end. Wasn't having much luck with the clothes, which might be a good thing. Time to diversify. I thought these chairs looked a bit vintage, but couldn't see any sort of branding on them at all. Found a full bag of kickboxing gear, but they wanted 15 quid for all of it, so I left it.
Party, 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 party.
Bit of a niche one, but this is a new rail from quite an old Ikea wardrobe. Discontinued now, of course, but look at that sold right there. Going in my basket for £1. Felt the need to avenge my bread maker avoidance a few weeks back, but these didn't have the right margin in them for me, unfortunately. Something that did have the right margin though was this old Kenwood Chef mincer attachment. All the bits are in there, including the instructions and original box. Bought it for £2 and hoping to get £25 back. I was intrigued by this but decided against it in the end. 1, because it's massive, and 2, because I have no idea what I'm doing with it. Into the Hunslet store now. The Ikea hype continues. Saw this chair with some decent swords on them, which I was going to get at the end, but just keep watching.
I'm going now.
I was trying to make a matching set here as they were all jumbled up, but they were short on the old teacups. What a shame. Was just about to research these Puma trainers, and then I got a text saying there's a leak in the ceiling, so I had to go home and get it sorted. But I went back to hit the other 2 stores the next day.
Down here.
Bloody roadworks, eh? They're everywhere you look. Straight away I saw this retro head duffel bag and copped it for £1. This Mickey Mouse ride-on was pretty cool. It's not in the best of conditions, but I decided to give it a go anyway, for £1. Not really sure how much I could get for it, but just gonna list it and see what happens.
For the one-legged man. For the one-legged man.
Standard pickup here, pair of vintage Wrangler jeans, popped in my basket for £1. Moda in Pell branded heels, but on research, the boots are where the real value is for this brand. Some cool looking Adidas original trainers here, why not for £2? You beauty, I picked up these Eigel wellies for £4 and then sold them for £45. Solid, very solid indeed. Got this Navica bobble hat for £1 and sold it on Vinted for £4. Nice quick sale. Also bought this leather folder for £1 and sold it on eBay for £11.50. Can't complain with these small and quick sales. So glad I managed to find the other half of this Oxford First pannier. Bought them for £6 and sold them for £25. Lovely stuff. Last shop now, we're at Seacroft, and I had never been to the outside bit, but I'm very glad I did on this particular day, as I picked up a Lecky Van der Freund walking stick and 2 Dunlop squash rackets, all for £1 each. Sold the 2 rackets to the same buyer for a total of £45. Business!
It's £2, so you can get more fucking £3 for £1 if you want it to have a look through.
Saw this cheeky little Northie going for £5. Sold it on Vinted for £20. Boom! Double business! Also got this Tefal toast and bean toaster where you can warm up your little beans and eggs at the same time as toasting bread. What a genius idea. Bought for £7 and sold it for 18 as it was missing a part. Boom! Triple business. Brand new in box, Logitech keyboard was mine for £4. It's not mine anymore though, because I sold it for £26.95. Boom! Quadruple business. I like this lamp.
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Bought it for £4, and surely the selling streak can't keep going. No, it can't. Not sold this yet.
Oh, that's mine.
Just had to have a stern word with the little kid there as he was rooting through my basket. Get out of it. Pair of Armani jeans for £1. Lovely. A Brasher fleece picked up for £1 also. There's a bit of damage to it, so hopefully just a quick Vinted sale on this one. Nice Michael Kors long sleeve polo here, in the inventory for £1. Solid find here, a vintage members only bomber jacket for £1. Get in my basket. And the last purchase goes to this Helly Hansen Helitech jacket for £1. Very happy with that pickup, should get £20 at least. Well, that went alright, didn't it? What I haven't been doing alright at is keeping up with my regular costs. I have now backdated my packaging costs and eBay store fees, and we'll take those off the balance now. To cover those costs though, I better update you with what we've sold since last episode. Sorry, I've got a cold and it's really difficult trying to speak. My throat's just like closing up. Anyway, solds. Let's do them now. So for the solds on eBay, we've sold the Shot NYC fleece for £22.45. Only bought that for a fiver. We got £11.65 on the Bowden polo shirt. Managed to get £45 for the Sea Salt jacket. I think we got that for £12. So not too bad in the end. Finally sold that bloody Raspberry teddy bear. It's like a Millennium edition. Only got £6.95 for that. Bought it for £50, so still a bit of profit. But it's a long time to wait for like £2 profit, if that. Sold the Promethean Active tablet for £13.45. A pair of the Rohan corduroys are out of the door again for £13.45. Sold the vintage Night Cargo trousers for £24. Sold the motherboard out of the computer for £15. As part of all the camera bits, there was this like PS2 DVD remote, and we managed to sell that for £11.65. And lastly on eBay, we sold the Barber cord shirt for £22.45. And now for the vintage sales, we managed to sell the Galatasaray New Era cap for £1. We bought it for 50p, so we're still making profit, but bloody hell, not loads, is it? We sold the JW Anderson Uniqlo pocketable parka for £15. I think we bought that for $5.99. Something like that. Sold the Mercia t-shirt for £3. Sold the Tisserand aromatherapy candle for £7. Sold the Stanley head torch from last episode for a tenner. Got £4 for the Weird Fish t-shirt. We sold the Glenmore body warmer for £6.40. Got that from the 99p shop. Sold the Borkjan chinos, brand new, with tags, for £18. I think we bought them for £8. Got £5 for the Columbia sandals. That was a part of the everything's a pound at a car boot ages ago, so £4 profit on that. They were pretty beat up, so I'm happy with that. Got £6 for the Champion fleece. Sold the vintage woolen blazer for £10. Sold the Babyliss straighteners that we got in Ripon for a tenner. And last but not least, on Vinted, we sold the Scarpa climbing shoes for £12. These were a weird one because they were size 5.5, but they were more like size 4. Don't know what's going on there. Do they shrink? I don't know. But anyway, they're out the door. Not my problem anymore. That rhymed. Very nice. Anyway, that does it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one.